Would you like to elevate your junk journal ephemera from plain to wow? Well, join me in this video as we are going to transform scraps of paper from our vintage pink Christmas kit into stunning collage tags for our wonderful journal that we're making. Welcome to my studio today. I'm so glad you're joining me. Now, I've pulled out some examples from my pink parfait kit that I did in the spring of ephemera that I want to make for this particular journal. And so today we are going to be making these very large collage tags. And you know what they're beautiful for? Look at the back of them. Now this one I used a file folder. Today I'm going to use some of my purchased large manila tags that I have. But when you get to do a Bible study in your junk journal, here's a place to write or print and put it into your journal. So you're not only making a beautiful piece of unique ephemera for that particular journal, but you're giving yourself a space to do your Bible journaling. So let's get started. What I've done is I have printed just one-sided the rest of the vintage pink Christmas kit again. And the first 10 pages that I have here are what I call focal background pages, okay? Because there's a focal point that you could put. And then the other, I think there's 10 of these are what I call more background pages that can stay in the background. So we're going to use parts of both of these. And the other thing that I always tell you is, if you're going to make one piece of ephemera for a junk journal, don't just make one, make two, make three. Today we're going to make three, okay? And so I've gotten out a lot of my supplies. Here's some stuff from the Pink Parfait ephemera kit, some extra pieces. I went and pulled some fabric pieces that we're going to use to tie on the top. This is from a, oh yeah, what are those rugs? Okay, now I can't even think of it, the rugs. Fendi, what is the name? Oh my gosh, those Indian rugs. Anyway, I've got three pieces sitting there and then I've got the papers. And so we're gonna need a glue stick and you're just gonna sit here and have fun. I don't want you to overthink this. The collage is not about any perfection, okay? Collage is just putting stuff together and it just comes together. So we're gonna start just ripping up the pages. Now I apologize if you hear the lawnmowers in the background because today's lawn mowing day in my neighborhood. And of course you're all probably laughing, but I live in Florida. And of course we have to still cut our grass even though it's December. But it's kind of chilly. Do you see that I have on my, I've got on my little jacket because it's actually chilly here today. The low last night was 52. Ooh, that's cold for us. You have to understand that we live typically in temperatures that are in the 90s and above. So your body gets used to that. I hate to cut that up, but we're just gonna rip. We're gonna rip and we're gonna put stuff down. Now you see how I'm taking pieces and laying them across a couple of them, right? Because that's just what we do. We're gonna just put the pieces on there. And then my goal is to just show you, I love collage. Today we're doing collage with paper. We're also gonna do fabric collage too. So you have to come back for this whole series. So we got some there. Oh, let's get some of this. Some of these pages. Where should we put that one? Now I can make these smaller. For right now, I'm just, like I said, see how quick and easy this goes? Okay, we've got some pieces sitting there now. Oh, look at the little lace piece. And I love that reindeer. A pink reindeer. Did you ever think you'd see such a thing? No, but that's okay. So we'll put that there. Let's see, let's rip it this way so that I get both of the pieces. We got that on there. So you see how you just put pieces all over, right? And again, here's the beauty of digital kits because I already printed the kit once, right? And this is a second printing of, I didn't print the ephemera again, I just printed the main pages. And you can print and print and print to your heart's delight. You can keep making things with the same kit. Okay, so we're just throwing our pieces on our pages. This is a good one. That'll go somewhere on there. Oh, let's get some polka dots. Get a couple pieces of polka dots. So I hope I hope you are enjoying this series that I'm working on. I wasn't going to make a new Christmas kit, and then I just got so fascinated with the pink that I decided, no, Diane, you have to make this kit. And then I was like, yes, and now I want to make lots of journals, so I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's see, what else? You know what I want? I want some of the, hold on, let me get to it. I think I want some of the, I want some of the ledger pages, because that's a good background for that too. So what I'm going to do now is I think I've got plenty of pieces. And now we're just going to start putting them together. Okay? And then if I need more, we can just tear some more. What else? Is that it? Did I get most of the... Oh, I love this. Let's see if I need it. Well, I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm going to do what I just said. Okay, now here's how I do this. You can see that I do not have it laid out where it's supposed to be. Oh, let's take a piece of that vintage paper that I got from Clemens Crafts. And we'll put a piece on each one of the pages, and we'll incorporate that. Okay, my next step now is let's move one over, let's move two over, and now we're just gonna take the parts off, set them to the side, doesn't really matter, and I'm just gonna put glue everywhere on the tag with my glue stick. Try not to shake the camera. And now we're just gonna start putting them on. So where there's a corner, you can just go ahead and do that. Oh, the other thing I didn't do, hold on. Let's take that back off first. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay, let's edge these pieces. We'll just move that one back over there. Let's edge them before I glue them down. It's gonna make a little bit of a difference. I think you're gonna see that you're gonna like that. So is everybody getting ready for Christmas? Did you get your shopping done? Are you still making gifts? There we go. That'll go on there. At church, we've been doing the Luke Bible verses as our Sunday message. And I was just struck yesterday by, yesterday we went over Zechariah's song. We did Mary's song, the Magnificat, last Sunday. And I just love my new church because he spends his whole message, it's not a TED Talk. And I hope you understand what I mean by that. Meaning TED Talks are about entertainment, okay, and inspiration and trying to jack you up and make you feel better. And that's not what he does. That's why I love this church, because what he's doing is he is reading the Bible and then helping us understand, well, what do those verses mean? Why are they here? So he actually does do like inductive Bible study with us, and what a blessing that is. And as I said, he's not there to make me feel good. He's there to help me understand God's word, and that's why I'm so attracted to this church and why I decided to join the church. And so I don't know, maybe you can in the comments tell me about your church. What kind of church you go to? Are you in a denomination? And number two, how are your messages at your church, or sermons, if you want to call them, if that's what you call them? And do they inspire you? Do they go deep in the Bible with you? What happens in your services? I just love to hear that in the comments. You're my friends, and I want to understand what your experience is. The other thing that I did differently yesterday was, so I go at the 8:45 service, and then at 10:30, when church is, quote, over, second service starts at 10:30, and they have Bible study. So you can go to one of, I think there's like 15 different classes for Bible study. And I had gone to one a couple weeks ago, but it was like for couples, and I enjoyed the study. That part I didn't have a problem with. I just was like, I don't know if that's the right place for me to be. And so they have a woman's one, and so that's what I went to yesterday. And yeah, I was supposed to be there yesterday. They're doing a deep dive into prayer. And yesterday they were talking about, and that's why it was like, oh wow, I'm supposed to be here. It was about how Satan can have strongholds in your life, and how can you get rid of them, through prayer. And so a lot of it was, they were talking about the same stuff that I talk about in Truth Tuesdays, about the truth of be discerning is what I'm trying to say, right? To have discernment, to understand what people are saying to you, and is it biblical, and that kind of stuff. So I totally felt like, yeah, I was supposed to be here today, because I was supposed to hear that message. And then I was able to share a couple things, of my experience with the Truth Tuesdays, and about the New Thought movement, and share that. And so people were intrigued by that I do that. So it was a good day yesterday. It was a very good day. Oh, and the other thing that's really a huge step. So, my dog Lexi, because you see her in my videos, or you hear her a lot of times, right? Well, I have a giant cage for her, and she's 3 years old, and she doesn't go to the bathroom in my house. She's totally house trained, okay? But when I go out, I always put her in the cage. Well, I decided that she didn't really have enough exercise, so I went from just 2 days a week taking her to doggy daycare, 3 days a week. So she goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday now. And yesterday after church, I went to the pool. I know, don't laugh. But don't forget, I live in Florida, because my girlfriend and I go, and we just sit there and talk, and, just have fellowship together. And it was a beautiful day. It wasn't as sunny as we wanted. But anyway, so I had her, I had been gone for 4 hours. And then when I came home and decided to go to the pool, I was like, oh, hopefully she's going to be okay. Well, the new thing is, and after a lot of prayer, and can I really do this with her, I am now able to not have her in the cage when I'm out of the house. Praise God. I just kind of block her off into the family room. Okay, that one's good. And I'm busy talking, but I can collage and talk. I can't create specific things and talk. But anyway, so she did so good. So she was by herself all morning and didn't make a mess. And then I came home and took her outside and played with her for a few minutes. And then I went to the pool, and she did so good. So that's a huge blessing to me at this point now, that I don't have to have her in a cage. Like I said, she's 3 years old. And it's not about her going to the bathroom in my house. It's more about her getting bored and deciding, oh, I think I'll jump up on the counter and see what's up there. So, of course, I tried to doggy-proof it as much as I could. So there was nothing she could really get to. And she has all of her toys. So she did really good. So, yes, I'm so happy now that I don't have to always put her in a cage. And maybe soon I can take the cage down. Because she's a big dog. She's really tall. So I have the biggest dog cage there is. And it takes up a lot of space. And I would love to not have to have it in my house, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Are we going to put that? Kind of fits there, but not totally. Okay, I have gone ahead and edged all around. I've added my little piece. It's a chindi rug. That's what it's from. This fabric is from. And look at my videos because you're going to see where I've done that before. Then I've pulled out these two pieces of netting. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't think this must be have been from like Michael's or something. It's way old. This one's from Dollar Tree. I know that. So I pulled that out and I thought, and the little pieces that I think I want to use. And I'm thinking of the C for Christmas on this one. And the other reminder is that I made 3 tags. Why? Well, you always make more than one because by the time you get everything out and start, you might as well just keep going. But number 2, I have 3 signatures. So this is one for each signature. So see how I can spend, 30 minutes and I've got 3 pieces of unique, customized ephemera for my kit. The other thing is make sure you've gone ahead and printed out your little tickets that I gave you in the freebie. I've got those all lined up over here too. So let's go ahead and we're gonna glue this stuff down. And this one's gonna be interesting because it takes a little bit of glue to, get this to stay down. And what I've decided is when I do that, that's only that bottom layer. So let's go ahead and put some over here, and it may stick, it may not, but what we're gonna do is we put the piece of paper on top, and then I know that will hold it down. And I'll probably have to stick something heavy on it to keep it, pressure on it so that it will stay where I want it. So there's our C for Christmas. As I said, you can see that I've got to make sure I get it nice and glued down. Sometimes you have to go in between like that and make sure that that glue that's on the paper gets into the little piece of netting. Okay, so for right now in this video, I'm going to leave that there. And then I thought I would just add some little, I don't know, does that add or take away? I thought they would look cute, but now I'm thinking they take away from it. Oh, if we add it there, and then I add it here. No, I don't want it there. I think maybe I just like it without. Okay, what I'm gonna do, get my big clamps out. Let's see, can I clamp that there? And that there. We'll try that and we'll set that one to the side as it dries. Okay, we'll leave that one over there. And now on this one, I was thinking of doing the Santa on top of the glitter one. Of course, there's glitter all over my table now, but that's okay. Glitter is fun, right? And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also put a bunch of Prit on there, and that maybe that will help it grab more pieces of it, right? Like that. There we go. And now, we're going to do the same on this. We're going to put the glue stick and Prit. There we go. Now I think the glue stick actually works better. So I'll put something on that when the video's over. And I don't think I need anything on that one, but I think this one, I'm going to use the piece of gorgeous lace that I got from Clement's Crafts, that leftover piece. So let's put that on. And I feel like this actually works on here. It helps. Then I have 3. The design rule about 3. You do odd numbers, and that's what's really pleasing. And I think I want it just curved like that. And then let's put this on. When I think he's going to be gone, he comes back. He's doing my neighbors. Yes, I have lawn service because I could never do my lawn here. You need a special kind of lawn mower because we really don't have grass. We have this weird weed that grows. Okay, we're gonna put more on there. Let's see if we can get that stuck down. But I'm pretty happy with this. So let's lay them out. We'll pretend that they're all stuck down for the video. They will be stuck soon. But to see how beautiful we've just made, these are very custom. And as I said, plenty of space to add Bible information from a Bible study. Well, they're done. They're so beautiful. I'm really, really happy with them. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that if you really liked watching me do these collage tags, maybe I've taught you a few things about collage and just how to customize your collage to whatever project you're working on. But don't miss out what's coming next, because I'm going to be coming back almost every day this week with a brand new video. I'm going to be teaching you really kind of unique ephemera techniques that we're going to fill up this gorgeous junk journal. Let me get it out, and you're going to see how beautiful it's going to be with our custom pieces going in there. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? And make sure that you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss a single festive project that we're working on.